Saga, Yaga, Yaga, yeah, you know the vibes. You're rocking out, y'all. It's truly Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. Another day in the books. Another day in the books, man. Uh, yeah, we were speaking on. It's crazy how the universe be working. Last night in the gym, we were speaking on this. We was talking about the lightweight division, right? Lightweight division, and I was like, "Yo, lightweight division is hot, man." I was like, "Not for nothing. There's a lot of young cold-blooded killers down there, man. They need to start rumbling, right? Because yesterday, for the past couple of days, talks have been, they say capping, the Tank Davis, this whole Tank Davis Devin Haney thing going back and forth. That's the next fight, and neither one of them, they're capping and all that. So we was in the gym last night, and I was like, yo, not for nothing. I was like, Shakur is right there too. And I was like, a closed mouth don't get fed, man. I was like, if I was Shakur, because like he got some accolades right now, right? I was like, if I was Shakur, I would definitely be like, yo, y'all must have forgot. Get on my Roy Jones, like, yo, I'm in the mix too. Sure enough, somebody sent me a clip of a Brian Custer interview. Shakur's on that, man. So salute to him, man. That's definitely the vibes, though, man. And I was speaking on that yesterday in the gym. I was like, yo, he's not far off. He's right there with them. They all came up, the amateurs together. Shakur went on to be a silver medalist Olympian. Now a two-division champion, unified champion. So it was like, yo, definitely, man. Put your name out there, too. And then thank you for sending me that video clip of when he was on Brian Custer. He mentioned that, man. And I think Shakur can hold court with either one of those two. And I'm not being biased. I'm just going off of like what he says, ring generalship, IQ. He mastered distance. Um, everybody wants to talk about other fighters, right? Jamel Herring got stopped by him. Jamel Herring is a decorated world champion, warrior. Oscar Valdez, forget about it, man. He gave Oscar Valdez a boxing lesson. Oscar Valdez was so frustrated in the 12th round, he threw a Hadouken punch. Damn near almost hurt himself trying to hit the man because he couldn't hit him all night. So, that's just dope, man. And it's kind of refreshing, right? Because now, the YouTube community, boxing community, you got to switch our flow up, man. Because we all see what's going on with the biggest, quote unquote, the biggest fight in boxing. These guys is in their 30s now. That fight was built up for how long, how many years, and it's still not big enough yet. Like, come on. There's no such thing as building up fights. If fighters are hot and make a fight, they need to fight. They need to fight. Because all that building up, look, the build up for the biggest fight in boxing done backfired. I'm gonna always stress that and continue to put that in the atmosphere because that's what it is, man. It's the biggest fight in boxing. Every day I watch a Terrence Crawford Earl Spence fight, narrative pusher, deem that fight the biggest fight in boxing. But there's no urgency to make it, and there's no money for it. But now you got the young bloods that are hot, undisputed. Listen, anytime Devin Haney fights, that's an undisputed fight. You know, whoever he fights at 135, it's not like he's defending undisputed. So that's an undisputed fight. It should be more talk for Charlo, but I guess Charlo just rubs people the wrong way. See, when you rub your audience, your fan base, your followers, your supporters the wrong way, the outcry for you is not the same. Because right now he's one of the active undisputed champions. Every time he fights is an undisputed fight. But when you, like I said, when you disrespect the media, you disrespect your fan base, you disrespect your supporters, there's no support for you really. There's no support for you. Because anybody that he faces is an undisputed fight. Being that he has all of the hardware. But yeah, let's get back to my guy Shakur, man. Um, I was watching some stuff, and guys is like, is he ready? Is he ready? Why wouldn't he not be ready? Like I said, I'm pretty sure he spars bigger guys. Um, his command in the ring, he has the confidence. He feels he's the best. Can't nobody beat him. This is the guy that has sparred Bud Crawford, called out Earl Spence for sparring before. He wanted to sharpen his tools against the best. Um, shout out to Uncle Andre Rozier, just like my post. I got the notification. I threw up some vintage saws when I was the artist formerly known as Jackal Fitness. Now I threw up some vintage saws. Just a little clip from a interview backstage behind the saw access of Andre Rozier, after his boy Alex Vargas' victory many, many years ago. But yeah, Shakur is right there, man. And this is, see, half of you guys that come on here and talk boxing don't really know boxing. You just know that the program that's your program to, right? Like I just said, he's been in the ring with Bud Crawford. He spars big guys, so it's like, oh, that weight, can he handle that weight? Can that weight handle him? Can that weight handle him? That's the what's the name? Like when fighters move up, sometimes they get power, you know? But yeah, I would love to see those three, duke it out. Duke it out. And to be honest with you, uh, I gotta just let you guys know, man. The easiest fight out of those three to make would be Haney Stevenson. I'm gonna explain to you why. This is for all you guys that think you know the business of boxing. That is an in-house fight. They are both under the same umbrella. They both fight under the same network. They both are promoted by the same promoter. Easier fight to make. Take, on the other hand, it's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little tough. For the simple fact, his CEO and advisor, they don't cross the street too much. They do when they are forced to, but as far as because you see, they don't, and Floyd has stressed this on many times for those that pay attention. Their whole thing was they built something, and why should they break bread with others? You know, that's their motto. That's how they carry. That's how they carry it. But like I said, the easier fight to make would definitely be Shakur and Devin right now. Tank Davis, and it'd probably be a whole nother Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford thing. Just saying, But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm gonna check out some more videos. Probably come back on a little later on this evening. I just had to get my reaction video to that Shakur Stevenson Brian custody. Very proud of him because, listen, a closed mouth don't get fed. You definitely have the skills to pay the bills. You done spar both of those guys at a young age coming up. You're there too, man. And like I said, if you base it off of accolades and accomplishment, Shakur is just as decorated, if not more. Granted, Devin Haney, yes, undisputed champion, right? Tank Davis, what do they say? Tank Davis is a 3-division champion. Well, how many of them were legit? With all the secondary shit. Shakur is a definite 2-division unified champion. No secondary belts. He had the WBO title at 126. He vacated, moved up to 130, defeated Jamel Hearn, who was the current champion at 130. Then his next fight, I believe, was Oscar Valdez, unified this past April, right? The Jamel Herring fight was in October, if I'm not mistaken. He captured that title and went straight to a unification bout against Oscar Valdez April 30th. So not only is he a two division champion, he's also a unified champion. You know, those are stats, man. Those are stats, you know. But then you get all these other guys out here that try to throw the algorithm asses in the seats, and this he's a commodity, he sells, he's a pay-per-view fighter, he does this. For those people that say that, right? Shakur Stevenson, I think he's fighting Friday, September 23rd in Newark Prudential Center. Come to the fights. Don't just be a green screen guy and try to throw numbers and talk numbers. Actually come to the event, and you will see who puts asses in seats. You will see how arenas look, things of that nature. I went to a Shakur Stevenson fight, his first homecoming fight before he was a champion. It was packed. Packed. Yes, packed. It is what it is. Just saying, man. So when I hear people talk all that ass in the seat shit, 9 times out of 10, the people that's talking that don't even go to the fights. They're not at the fights. It is what it is, man. Hopefully y'all caught and enjoyed this source. Like I said, this one I just felt like jumping on because that video, it kind of moved me. I was like, man, because we was in the gym speaking about that. And I was like, yo, Shakur needs to be more boisterous, man. He's right there with these guys. And if by God, somebody then sent me the video with him on the Brian Custer stating that. Because I was like, yo, we was talking, the team, we be in the gym. I was like, yo, see how Jihad gives it up? I was like, Jihad catching backlash. But if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? Right? If you're not confident in your own ability, right, you're supposed to feel that you're the best. And if you work hard, you put the hours in, and you are the best, you're the best, man. And say you got the what we like to call the source experience. When you fighting other guys sparring, you know, and all my gym heads is gonna understand this, real people that's hands-on, right? The better competition you spar, right? As a fighter, even as a coach, too. A coach, a team member, when you spar better competition and your fighter does his thing in these sparring sessions, you gain confidence, especially when you're sparring a guy that's more known than you, has more accolades than you. But what happens in the gym stays in the gym, but you know that. So your aura, your confidence, your swag is where it's at for that one reason. Hopefully y'all caught that source. Like I said, once again, salute to Shakur Stevenson, man. He has what we like to call the source experience, the swag. He's been in there with guys. So when he carries it the way he carries it, it's for a reason. And not only is for a reason, he has the stripes to say unified, two division champion. Hopefully these young guys, these young lions, the lightweights, they don't get caught up in the matrix and let them dumb them down, talk about build the fight up, build it up, build it up. Nah, it's built up already. Make it happen, young bloods. With that being said, I'm going to close out. Salute to the chat. I didn't even catch my man. World Combat was in the building. Damn, I missed him. Shout out to World Combat Sports, man. Definitely go check him out. One of the wittiest guys out here doing it on the YTC stage. Uh, I fuck with him hard, man. That's my guy. We covered events in the trenches, but not only that, man, he's the stand-up dude. If he tells you something, he has credible, reliable sources. A lot of these guys be like, my source. Breaking news. My source. You know who their source is? Old media, watching Twitter, watching Instagram. Because it's so obvious they don't have no sources, man. Because the biggest fight in boxing is one-sided, you know? It's always Terrence this, Terrence that. But why ain't your sources telling you about what Team Spence's demands are? Hopefully that source right there didn't go over your head. But yes, definitely salute to my guy WCS, man, one of the top hitters in the game at this, man. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna close on this, right? You know, I always like to give you a positive vibe. Um, don't get caught up in I'm speaking from experience because that's how I was with it, right? I was like, yo, man, why they not supporting me? Why they not fucking with me? I got real actual shit footage. I got real actual contacts. I got real actual. I'm in the boxing gyms and all that. Listen, this always do what you do, right? Because at the end of the day, when you are authentic, when you are a real diamond, not a Cuban zirconia, you're gonna shine regardless. You know, you're gonna shine regardless. And that's coming from the media marketing agent, aka Shy News. You know the vibes. Yaga, Zaga, Yaga, ya. Ahala.